Many years ago, I was turned from the dark side. The Jedi who turned me offered me a final ultimatum. Turn to the light, or destroy him. I chose the first, and set about to correct the wrong that I had caused in so many lives. This Jedi was different. He had pursued me across the galaxy, bent on making me pay in his own way, with my death. I refrained from killing him instantly. It was not a question if I could best him in open combat, but what would happen to my soul if I did. My mind filled with rage over what he had done, destroying an entire city because they offered me forgiveness. It seemed his aim was to push me back into the darkness with this act, to vindicate his belief that I remained evil. I allowed myself a small effort in the Force. Many Force adepts rely on the Force as a crutch, in combat and in life. This Jedi was no different, casting energies like they were mere subjects of his passion. The offensively novice attitude was all too familiar to me. With a small push, he became enraged, like a wild animal in the face of my non-lethal advances. His rage quickly surpassed my skill. Divorced from it for some time, I had forgotten the deep recesses of the dark side. The relentless passion, the deadly disregard for the self, the homicidal idiocy of it all. It no longer mattered who I was. I was at the raw end of his passions, and there was no stopping him. Not like this. I had forced the option of killing him out of my mind, but the reality of that decision was now sinking in. How many other brutal killings would this man take part in after my death, while out of my goodness I allowed it to happen? I held my own soul light against those nameless future lives, and I seared his flesh. All the passions I denied myself flooded back into my head. All the rage and sorrow and fear and happiness I had experienced in my life. Good and evil. But they were just feelings, minute compared to the justice of his death. And I was not evil. Perhaps it was time for a new order.